Hi, AJ here. I wanted to combine weeks 14 and 15 because 14 was very uneventful for me. I didn't work out. I was sick with a head cold. I only ate protein first and whatever I felt like afterwards. I didn't follow any diet. I ate when I felt like it. Never over or under eating. Just not really paying much attention. Soup was my comfort food during these days. Mind you, when I'm under the weather, I still have an appetite. So I got sick in week 14. The symptoms hit me a few days before I actually got sick, but it hit me after shot day on the start of my 14th week. I didn't work out that shot day, didn't work out the day after. Although I was active doing housework, laundry, and grocery shopping, I did not work out the day after shot day, went to church that Sunday, came home and slept the rest of the day and night. I went to work on Monday and Tuesday and took off Wednesday and Thursday. Went back to work on Friday, which would be the beginning of week 15. And went to work Friday, felt much better, but still no workout. So I'm on like day 10 of no workout. And like I said, when I'm sick, I still have an appetite. So what helps me when I hear the hunger noise, the food noise, is to work out, and it helps. It cuts that noise. But because I was sick, I couldn't work out, so I just ate. I didn't fight it. I just ate. Like, I didn't overeat. Like I said, I didn't undereat. I just ate. I got on the scale. I think the first week, the week 14, and I had lost weight, 1.1 pound. So I thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to lose weight while I'm sick, because when you're 60 and you're losing weight, you're losing muscle before you're losing fat. So it's not really like I'm doing myself any justice, because I couldn't work out. I couldn't really concentrate on eating protein. I was drinking a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes, but like everything is just off when you're sick. So on the days that I took off from work, I kind of slept all day and just like did a lot of Alka-Seltzer Plus, which isn't good because then it brings your blood pressure up. I was just a hot mess. So when I did finally go back to work on that Friday, last Friday, I felt better, and I was reading emails, and I came across an email that was so interesting. I was so glad that I came across this email, and it was about physicians who are sitting for their board certification this week, the week of the 2nd through the 14th of October, 2023. These are physicians. There's 1,889 of them who have applied to sit, who have enrolled to sit for their boards in obesity medicine. And this is like major news because we need more obesity medicine doctors. And I think one of the problems that I had as an obese young woman was, so I had lost a lot of weight when I was in my 30s because I was still able to lose weight. I wasn't really insulin resistant. I had high blood pressure. My A1C was a little out of whack, but I wasn't pre-diabetic at that time. So when I would go to the doctor and I would ask him for help, he would tell me to push away from the table. And I was like, but there's more to it than that. Can you check my thyroid? Can you check this? Can you check that? And he would do it. And I felt really good about it because then I was able to see what my blood looked like what my numbers were. As I got older, like 40s, I just couldn't lose weight. I couldn't lose weight. It was like, no, like I had at that time even asked him for a script for phentermine, and the phentermine did nothing but keep me wide awake 24/7, and that wasn't good. So I stopped taking that, and I got into my 50s, and I was like, okay, well, this is just the way it is. I guess I'm not going to ever lose any weight. And I kind of accepted it. I was like, you know what? I'm strong. I'm able to do things. I'm able to exercise. I'm able to walk. I'm able to do things I'm not. I mean, my job, I sit all day on my job, but on the weekends, I'm able to run up and down the stairs. I'm able to go to the park. I'm able to ride a bicycle. I'm able to get on the treadmill. So I kind of just figured, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just always going to be this size. And it wasn't until last year that my doctor kind of listened to me more, and he suggested that I look and see if my insurance would cover. He wrote 3 medications down. Mounjaro was one of them. Ozempic and Trulicity. And I never did it because he also suggested at the same time that I go to an endocrinologist. So that was the time frame that we were just coming out of the pandemic. So I had to kind of wait for an appointment. So he told me this in July of 2022. I got an appointment in September of 2022. She was very thorough. I've told you before, she ran every test under the sun. And that's when I learned about my parathyroid. I had a parathyroidectomy in June of 2023, and I started the Mounjaro medicine in July of 2023. So I'm just, 100 days into this Mounjaro journey. And I'm very thankful for it because when I tried to lose weight, I couldn't. When I looked at my paperwork starting at the age of 40, when I would, get the printout from the doctor, the after doctor visit, and it said obese, I just felt like failure, like I had done something wrong. I knew that I wasn't the best at keeping my weight down. I, tried, but I just couldn't do it. There was just something wrong. And I didn't know what it was. I tried wellness program with my job. There were just so many things that I did that I just continually failed and failed and failed. And from the very first injection of the Mounjaro, I realized that I could do this. And then I started to look at different platforms to see what other people were thinking. And as this journey continues, I'm doing the same thing. I'm constantly reading. I'm constantly researching because I want this to work. So if I'm 100 days into it and there's 365 days in a year, my next 100 days, what's going to happen? When I'm on my 300th day or my 200th day, what's going to happen? Like, I have to think ahead. Like, what am I going to do? Suppose my insurance doesn't cover this medication in 2024. What am I going to do? Suppose, I can no longer take it for whatever reason. What am I going to do? So with all of this, I think there are many people who have these same questions. And I think what everyone needs to do is to continue to learn as much as you can about it. But instead of asking questions that have already been answered, sort of listen to what's being said now. So I'm looking back on people who have reported, who have been on this journey for more than a year. And I'm going back to the beginning of their journey and seeing what they posted about. And I'm learning from that, because the questions that they've already answered, I don't have to answer those questions. I can think ahead to questions that haven't been answered. I'm writing these things down, I'm journaling them, and I hope that everyone can do the same thing, because there's differences in everybody. Everybody's having a different experience with this medication, with their insurance companies, with their families, with their coworkers, with their side effects, with their weight loss, with everything. This is like a whole new world.